Hey everyone, it's Lauren from B105, and I woke up so happy Thursday morning because the Pistol Annies announced that they would be releasing a new album on November 2nd. They also dropped 3 new songs, and they gave us the track listing for the upcoming project. Now, one of my favorite things about the Pistol Annies is their humor, and they always have really funny songs and song titles, and it looks like this project isn't going to be much different, but there was one song on the list that stuck out. It's called Cheyenne. Now, I know nothing about the song. I've never heard it, no idea what it's about, but it's a pretty simple title, especially when you compare it to the rest of the soon-to-be songs on the record. And when I kind of got to thinking about it, it brought me back to a memory that I have from a few years back. So hear me out for a second, because I think I might know what this song is about. I think I might have some inside knowledge here. So back in 2015, I was living in Wyoming, and there's a town in Wyoming, of course, called Cheyenne. They have one of the biggest rodeos in the world. People come from all over to see the rodeos, and then they usually bring a lot of musical acts, most of them country. So one night, Blake Shelton was slated to perform, and then the next night, Miranda Lambert was scheduled to headline. So I thought for sure on Friday night, Blake was going to bring out Miranda, and I thought Miranda the next night was going to bring out Blake. Well, that never happened, and I did think it was a little bit weird when I went to Miranda's show, and there's no, sign of Blake anywhere. I thought, for sure he would stay, or maybe she would go to his set. I wasn't sure, but I did think it was a little weird, but, they're both really busy country stars, so didn't think too much of it. Miranda put on an amazing show, but then she was kind of getting emotional at a few of the songs. She sang Over You, which is a song she wrote with Blake about Blake's brother passing away. And of course, that's an emotional song. But then she kind of got emotional during a few other songs that aren't necessarily sad. And so I kind of thought, that's weird. She seems a little bit sad. She's usually so tough and, really just always high energy. And she just seemed a little bit down during some songs that weren't necessarily sad songs. You know what I mean? So, of course, during her emotional songs, I would understand. But there was a few there that I thought, why is she getting upset? But didn't think much of it. Still had the best time ever. Then the next morning I woke up and all over the news, the biggest story, every single tabloid, every single magazine, news outlet was talking about it, Blake and Miranda's divorce. So the very next day after I saw Miranda in Cheyenne, that story broke. They had already been divorced. Nobody knew it. And it was just a huge shock to absolutely everybody. So here's what I'm thinking. That had to be really hard for her to play a huge show the day after Blake, know that he took the stage the day before her, know that he's not going to be joining her on stage, and also to just know that she was going to have to tell the world this big secret the very next day. Obviously, she knew at the time this is going to break. Obviously, people are going to find out that they are, getting a divorce or divorce, whatever it may be. And so I feel like that song could be about that feeling the night she had before the news broke, maybe about that feeling that she had that night knowing Blake played there before and how she kind of broke down on stage. And she was really sad. And I remember the next day there was a few articles pointing out, oh, well, Miranda played a show in Cheyenne the night before. She seemed really emotional. She was crying. And so, I think that could really be what this song's about. Could be a total coincidence. Wyoming's a very country place. A lot of people name drop it in country songs, but I have a feeling that is what the song is about. So I'll have to wait until November 2nd to find out if I'm right. I will circle back and follow through and let you know. But in the meantime, go listen to the new songs. They're great, and I can't wait for November 2nd. And thanks for watching and listening.